Hi, here's Vicky from Oh My Mama Body, and I'm here again with the lovely Marianne, talking about essential oils and how we can use essential oils to support the birthing body for helping you during labour. So hi Marianne, welcome, and would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. Hi, my name is Marianne Just-Meyer. I'm German. I worked in Germany for a long time as a home birth midwife and also founded a birth center there. So I do have most of my experience is really with natural birth and not so much with hospital birth.
That's wonderful for all the ladies who are looking for a more natural route then.
Yes, and you can always, there's always this where it goes, it goes together. It's like it's not, there's not a separation really.
Mm-hmm.
You can even if you prepare for a natural birth and then things are maybe not happening as as you wish to. It's still very valuable information to have about the natural process, how things go. And let's do the transition to the oils. The essential oils can really be your little helpers along the way. Yes, we could also talk about essential oils that the midwives can use or that the doula can use, but I really want to focus on what you as a pregnant lady, as a woman that is going into labor can do, that is to empower you. So yeah.
Okay, sounds wonderful. Then I'll leave it over to you. And if I've got any questions for you, I'll jump in whilst you're chatting. Thank you.
Yes, great. So first things first, it's really, if we think about going into labor, let's think of what does a woman need to be able to go into labor. You need to be hopefully full term, around your due date. So the baby is fine. Your pregnancy was hopefully okay. You're healthy. And then let's think about the situation surrounding you. A lot of women experience the need to clean up their house just before they go into labor. It's like in German, it's called, I think it's nesting. That's maybe also in English you say that as well.
Yes, it's the same in English, nesting, yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly. So we could have a detour talking about toxic free cleaning products, but let's stay with the oils for now. So that shows us already the need for, you want to create comfortable surroundings. You want to feel at home, and scent can make a big difference. Whether you feel at home or whether you think like, oh, this is not my environment. And when I say this, feel into your body, what does that do? If your house smells nice, you're naturally opening up and relaxing, and that's what we also need for labor to start, for the contractions to keep going. And if that's not the case, we contract, everything goes, like if something smells burned, your whole system goes into alert. That's extreme. That will not happen during labor, but that's the mechanism that is happening. So at home you can make sure it smells like at home. You know the smell, but as soon as you go into the hospital or even in the birth center, there are different smells. It smells differently. And yes, I'm talking about smells here, but can also be with the lights, how the room is decorated, how the people are treating you, how you're welcomed, how you talk to. Is it totally routine, or is it with a heart, with a warmth feeling that you're greeted? That will make a difference on if the contractions keep going, if you feel at ease in continue to labor. So that is like kind of the basic of how labor works in a way. If you observe mammals giving birth, cats or horses, they retreat. You know, cats, you don't really see them giving birth. If you do, you're kind of lucky. But they're very private. So you really need a sense of feeling secure and like held by the people, supported by the people. You need to trust them in order to let go, in order to really go inwards and cope and work with the contractions and work with your baby, so you can let the baby out or give birth to your baby. And this we can, of course, support with some essential oils. Like maybe you already have been using essential oils during your pregnancy, then you maybe have your favorite scent. Put that in your bag. If you go into the hospital or in the birth center, put that in your bag. Maybe you have prepared your own blend, a roll-on that you can just use between contractions, or you advise your husband or your partner to apply that. Maybe you are allowed to take a diffuser with you. Perfect, that will be great. But that can be something, it can be great actually. Or you can make your little spray bottles with water and your favorite essential oils, just to create an atmosphere where you can let go. You can dim the lights. Sometimes in the hospitals you can actually close the door. That's like sometimes it can be really helpful. If your midwife is there, or your doula and your partner, close the door so that nobody maybe how do you say that, surprisingly or by default opens the door or something like that. Coming back to the cats, we are also mammals, and we are definitely, if the labor is disturbed, the contractions will go away. If we feel that this is not a safe place, contractions will go away. Like I was witnessing one time a horse giving birth, and the person who was attending the birth said to us, you can stay as long as you're totally quiet and you really make sure you don't move. And that was very helpful to very insightful to see, to realize, hey, this is a very sacred work that you're doing, and we need to honor that, and we need to make sure that you have a safe space around you. And I'm pretty sure that all these aspects are also definitely creating the foundation of the security of a birth. Where it's easy to say, yeah, but if something happens, I'd rather be in a hospital. That's fine. If you decide that for you it is important to have hospital staff there, then that is your security system that you kind of need, and go with that. Definitely go with that.
These are such amazing tips. All of this, everything together, it makes you realize how much there is around just creating that safe space for giving birth, and especially for those who have seen cats and maybe lucky enough to see how it happens with horses as well. And I've seen it with my cats, how they retreat and they search for about a week or two to find their place as well. It's fascinating to see that. So to remember that we're the same, that we're mammals as well.
Exactly. And it's really, we can learn so much from it. And I know it's, today we kind of have the feeling, okay, it's like a light switch. You put the light switch on and then labor goes. It's kind of mechanically. And sorry, that is not how we are built. That is not how it works. It's not a linear process. It's not that, okay, you maybe learned in the birth preparation classes, the cervix will open from 1 to 10 centimeters, 10 being you're open, the baby can now come. That is not a linear process. It's not first 1, then 2, then 3. It is not. Sometimes ladies go from being close to 7 and they didn't even realize it. Sometimes they go back. That can happen as well. If the situation is like it's tense, we all heard about labor that stalled. And there again, it's like it's important to check, okay, what can we change in the environment? Can we maybe, as birth practitioner, can we go out and let the couple alone? Does maybe work with the scent? Sometimes your favorite scent might be the best to get labor going again. Maybe you need a break. And I know that sounds, breaks during labor are not really controlled by our mind. But we can do a lot to create this relaxing situation. And I think that's really what we can do with the oils. Yes, we can enhance contractions with, for example, clary sage or jasmine or cinnamon, ginger, clove, like those. You can make nice blends with it. Make sure you know the quality of the oils. That's like, you keep hearing me saying that over and over again, but I think it's one of the top on the list in using essential oils safely. So you can do that, but you can also, diffuse orange, diffuse lavender, diffuse cedarwood, diffuse a tree oil for grounding. That's what we need in order to give birth. Some ladies really need their feet on the ground to feel that connection and to use the strength as well to guide their baby, to push their baby out. So tree oils can be very helpful for labor. Peppermint, sometimes in certain stages of the labor, peppermint can just give this kick of waking up again a little bit. Maybe, if you are in transition, you're ready, it's like this transition phase where the cervix is open and then there's a little break, and then the contraction starts, where you need to push with the contraction. That can be the moment where peppermint is great we need a little bit of adrenaline to get in activity. Or maybe at that point there's a lot of fear. The fear is coming in, is like, oh God, I can't do it anymore. I can't. It's like, let me go home. You can continue, but I'm done here. Or this, like, I'm afraid to push, to tear, to whatever fears are coming. Then you like to use rose, or you like to use melissa, or these gentle oils that cover us like a blanket.
Marianne, what does melissa smell like? I know obviously rose, and I can picture and kind of feel the smell of those other ones, or sense the smell. What about melissa?
Melissa is a very interesting oil. It is I always see it as, this is like the fine lady, you want to treat her very nicely. So that's also the energy that it brings for you. It's like, hey, I'm a lady. I want to be treated nicely. So that's kind of the energy. I always think of melissa in that way. It smells fresh, very fresh, a little bit like lemongrass. Mm-hmm. And it's a great question, because melissa is a very expensive oil, and it's very often it says melissa on the label, but it's diluted with lemongrass, because lemongrass is it's compared to melissa, is very cheap to produce, to distill, and to the not trained nose, kind of smells the same. But melissa is much finer, it's much finer. So it is an expensive oil. The same with rose, is also an expensive oil, but very exquisite and very appropriate to use during this amazing transition when you become a mom. When you give birth to this new person. Like, what a miracle is that? So I think it's very appropriate to use those two oils during pregnancy, but also while giving birth. Great question. Yeah, Melissa.
Sounds wonderful. Yes. Yeah, wow.
Yes. I think my recommendation would really be, if you can, start using essential oils during pregnancy, and find the ones that you love. You know, there's each woman. Yeah, we have kind of preferences, but in the preferences we all have we all have our favorite oil. So prepare that, and don't be afraid to use that if you are in the birth center or if you're in a hospital. If you're in the birth center or at home, you can already talk with the midwife who's accompanying you, or the doctor or the doula. Make sure you talk about your intention. Hey, I would really love to use the oils. Can you help me do that? Because sometimes, you know, we go into labor and then that's the concentration is there. It's not, oh, can you put the diffuser on? Can you bring me a little bit cup of tea? No, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. But make sure you talk about your wishes in that way. Yes, maybe you can prepare a spray, you can prepare a roll-on, and let the people know that you have these things, or let your partner know that you have these things, that you would like to use that. Yeah, that's one thing. I realize, okay, we definitely also have to talk about the pain, labor and pain, and what we can do there with essential oils. I think it blends into this possibility to help you relax with the oils. And yes, there are some oils that can help you with, back labor, or having a lot of pain in the back, or even on your legs. Sometimes the contractions are going into the legs. There are special blends that can help with that, definitely. Yeah.
And there's going to be lots of special blends, so idea recipe tips coming out from Marianne and myself, aren't there? They're going to be available on the website and also in our Facebook group to help everybody out. And also, keep an eye out for all of our other videos coming out, because we've got so many tips and helpful ideas for you. And if you ever need to chat about questions about essential oils, how do I make this? Which one should I use? What's good? What do you recommend? Then please jump on a call with us, and you'll be able to see the link to both of our calendars. So please feel free to come and organize a call with us, and we'll happily help and guide you. So,
exactly, definitely.
That was such good information today, Marianne. Thank you so much, because it is so important how we build up this feeling of security during the birth, but also to be prepared about the scents and know about the scents already during pregnancy. So we'll put together some great tip sheets for you as well to support all this information that you've heard during this call today. And please, like we said, get in touch. We're happy to hear from you.
Exactly. Thank you. Thanks
so much, Marianne, and see you again soon.